Welcome back to Strands of Destiny. Where we left off, our party found themselves lost in time in their old, I don't know if hometown's the right word, but stomping grounds. Your old stomping grounds of Normandy, right before the Eltharian Empire is about to cross the Uglu River and start conquering the central Chimeras. You had found that somebody was stealing from the vaults a couple of gold coins every single day and hiding them in various townsfolk, and it was causing issues where the Lord, a certain Nacho, was getting pretty annoyed about it. There were many executions, and looking into it, you found that there was a person that was using magical light and bending it around them to remain obscured from sight. This was only revealed when Adira leapt towards something Hivearch heard, and all the magical lights went out, thus revealing them as they could no longer bend magical light. And they seemed shocked to see you and even knew your name and proclaimed that they had done it.
Yes, he did know my name. Interesting.
Long chestnut hair kind of curling back. Face kind of stares at you wide-eyed. You're here. That means it's working. That means this is excellent. Oh, this is excellent. I told them it could be done. I told them.
What could be done exactly?
I
will look over at Ekke.
Nacho on his chair kind of is looked over and says, "What's going on over there?"
I was just going to ask, does he recognize this person?
No.
Okay.
Foley, keep Nacho busy.
Maybe they'll start crawling across the stick. I'm just...
What number is he wearing?
There's no sash.
No sash.
You are not supposed to be here.
Well, no, but it was the only way I could. You went missing during the Moonfire conflagration. The Aether Guard lacked leadership, that we needed you. I figured you'd been lost in the veil, so if we started pulling and fraying it, you'd be freed. And I was right, because here you are.
You are not supposed to be here.
I had to be here. It was the only way that we could do what needed to be done to get Adira back. And now that you're here, the Aether Guard can go back to what it was. It can become a uniting force to wage against the onslaught of that from beyond our world.
This is one of your brood.
Also out of time. This is a grave imbalance.
You know not what you've done, Aether Guardsman.
I do. I've removed whole swaths of the veil in an epic quest to restore Adira to Imaria's surface, and it has succeeded.
Insight,
Yes.
please, if I may. 15. My goal for the insight is this person aware that they're out of time, or do they think they're just in some building?
They do seem to be fully cognizant of what's going on. Like, they don't seem at all shocked that you're here, or...
I mean, if he knows that I went missing after the time period we're in right now, then he must...
It must be from...
Yeah, it must be from the future.
But okay. Are you aware of what time you are in?
Oh, yes. This is the day that the Eltharian Empire marched across the Uglu. They struck Normandy first, and it fell hard. Should be happening in about an hour, actually, according to my understanding at the time. We'll begin to hear the hoofbeats and the horns quite soon, I think. Your timing is impeccable.
What is your purpose?
Well, I had to make sure that the Lord over there, a filthy creature, was continually feeling palpable amounts of greed and wrath, and was causing it here in an effort to power the great machine that is going to sift the veil so that everything trapped within it can be released. Like Adira.
Right, and I thank you so much for bringing me back.
Of course.
Now, under my command, I demand that you show me the machine. I need to check in and make sure that it is working properly.
Deception.
You got it.
Good call. It's better than what I was about to do.
And so you see, Nacho, if
Yeah.
you simply coat the coins in gold and use lead in the center, you can triple your fortune.
Those would be great to pay wages with.
That's not good.
God.
Should I beg for advantage, being that I am obviously of higher
I
rank?
actually think that would work. Yes.
Thank you.
Circumstantial advantage.
Oh, no.
Oh, it is.
I rolled a 2 and then another 2. It really wants to be a 2.
But how would you know anything about what's happening? That this isn't an Aetherguard.
Well, I blow suspend.
Okay.
And I'm going to include these 3 and Nacho.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't have time to speak. The individual beside us is your hooded bandit.
You have caught them.
When I drop this temporal shield, order all of your dogs to attack.
I certainly will.
Foley, it's hammer time.
I think your brother has defected to another hive.
No spells.
I still have about 30 seconds left on Shillelagh, so I'm just like,
Yep.
I will do my best, but you will have to be the one to subdue them.
Could make that as well.
Foley, our spells would be inefficient. I think it is time, old friend, to apply liberal use of the hammer.
Always.
Free,
Yes.
okay?
Start.
And I'm putting veil tag on it, so it's not magic.
Sounds
oh, I
good.
can use ethereal
This
cast.
is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Please, yep.
What a time to use it.
This might be over very quickly.
Good work.
Oh, that's not so great.
Yours is 23.
17.
23.
Okay, so
Hammer time, Foley.
and just a dozen dogs just converge.
Followed by one squelching.
Yeah.
Paint us a word picture.
I'd like to take a swing.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
If I've got a captive prey here,
You do.
we're going for the full Gallagher.
Shall we roll forward?
You hear the knees power up. Leap as high. How high is the ceiling in here?
Fall to
High
the
as
ceiling of like 20-something feet, yeah.
That'll do.
Oh my
That actually gives me a little extra. So we're going to invert and bounce back off the ceiling to really give it some gusto.
Have you ever seen Braveheart? Where that guy gets hit with a hammer and the head just squishes like a grape and
And we'll time it. I'll come in from the back of the head if you want to come in from.
I'm going for his knees.
That works.
I'm taking a page out of your book. I just runs over, double handed staff. Just swings for his knee.
All right. Let's
So
give
while
it-
you're rolling, just for the audience's sake, the Chronomancers have the ability to cast some spells. I have access to whole person, so I cast whole person, and then they have an ability called veil tagging, veil casting. Once per short rest, I can tag Chronomancy onto it, which removes it as a magical effect for the effect of these
Yes,
infiltrators
they would not be able
having
to
the ability to
absorb
absorb or deflect spells. So it's one of the ways to get past the weave breakers.
It'll be a 23 to hit.
Those with advantage?
Yeah.
Automatic critical hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because it's held.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
so looking at
So if you have advantage and if you hit, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah, okay, hang
But
on.
if you crit, what happens?
It's a crit.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I didn't tell you. It was a 27.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
They're wearing, like, plate. So.
yeah, I figured if it would hit me, it probably would hit them. And then ball damage.
Clink, 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 clink. Da-na.
72.
And what do we got from Hivearch?
70.
Once I know, I'll take a swing.
I was gonna say, I assume you're also gonna get in on this. Didn't stand a bloody chance.
And the dogs.
19 force damage and 18 cold damage from Primal Strike.
Okay.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
As he hits the staff,
What was the cold damage?
18.
Okay.
It glows briefly, and then all of the bugs let loose from the staff, grab onto the body, and you watch it just go, big flash freeze into crystals all over him.
Adira?
It's a 23 to hit.
Yes.
With
Automatic critical?
Oh, okay.
So you're rolling
so
6.
yeah. So,
Da-na-na-na-na. 72.
Well, so in fairness, it helps that he's completely.
Are we just reenacting
Yeah,
Office Space?
completely healthy.
Yeah, this is Office Space.
46 damage
What jump? What
All right.
jump? What you want?
Let's do something fun here.
on my first hit. I mean,
I was gonna say no.
I can hit again.
That has gone over the threshold needed.
Yeah, I thought possibly.
Combine that with the dogs. And,
Can I just say with the staff? I don't know.
Here's what I would like to do. I'd like to get the three of you to roll initiative to see who gets the killing blow.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking it because I get charges, but no.
You know what? I'm fine with it. You just brought me.
Okay.
Do it.
Right. So then I'll
Just
do it.
Roll initiative against each other.
Oh,
Oh,
16.
6.
I 16 as well, but I will cede initiative.
Very good.
Great. I'm going to absorb the charges. I get for killing him with that. I
Just get-
still
you get 2 because it was
I
critical.
get 2.
Yeah.
And so I will give you back missing spell slots with that.
So what happens
Give me
then?
person back.
What happens then as you draw as the so
Yeah,
so let's go in order here. So you come up and slam the hammer down.
Yeah, like straight from on high, as it were.
Right around the same time you
I
come down-
slam the fleas and freeze them with the staff.
Yeah,
as they kind of hit the ground,
Yeah,
kind of
so-
still in their astonished, paralyzed
He's
state.
got one to the sort of base of the neck, the knees, and then
And then I do the same thing that I did with your buddy, and I just ram my sword right through his chest, absorb the charges, and as I pull it out and it's dripping with blood, you see I can't give him, he doesn't have spell slots. And
You have all points.
It would convert to augury points, wouldn't
does it?
I would assume so.
Sure.
Okay,
it?
if you I didn't realize I could do that for augury points. Then I will absolutely give them to you because
How much do I get? What's the spell slot?
Second level.
So that's a 5. Nice. That basically just refunds my my whole person.
The paralyzed body drops, still in their wonderment. Now a death's grin on their face. Nacho's dogs immediately make quick work of what remained.
If I may, as the dogs are biting, I would like to try and gather any items or bits that would alter the timeline. In other words, they have rings and all kinds of things that aren't invented yet.
Yeah.
So I would like to
Kind of take a finger.
if I need to, I'll call the dogs off and grab I'll get you to grab them.
yeah,
Just grab all the items and bring them with us because
sure.
do not
I'll
want
pouch them. Yeah, that's a
we
very
do
good
not
idea.
want these to be remaining here as they will
Well,
alter the time.
you certainly made quick work of that problem, Foley and Ekke and whatever the hell you people are.
To the machine then.
Very good.
Clean up the evidence then.
Yes. Oh.
I will use my fang-marked boon, and I will use my one free cast of Animate Dead and take the next minute and just pluck him up as a zombie. Mushrooms will start growing out of him.
For the hive.
This is just for the janitor.
It's not too mangled. I'll raise him up.
You're just doing this in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You
He looks to you. You haven't seen him do this before. These two know.
Yeah, this is there.
You've probably experienced traditional necromancy where they just raise up. You see more of like what once were invisible spores surrounding Hivearch just start to slowly become visible and start touching the body. And where they touch, you just see like tiny mushrooms start growing, and the eyes kind of almost like just cataract cloud over, and he just sort of stands back up very silently with just small cordyceps like growing off of his shoulders that kind of get to about like 5 or so inches and then stop.
That's not frightening at all. I wasn't worried about me. I was much more worried about everybody else in the room. But sure.
Oh wow! What a spectacle!
Yes, you get used
There's
to
a
it.
reason I don't like Nacho. His reaction is,
There's a reanimate dead tax.
I offer you to try and take it from me.
Nacho,
Please try.
Nacho, I believe the tax has been paid by us unmasking your hooded bandit.
The tax has been paid by all of the innocents that you have slaughtered in the name of your...
There are no innocents that I have slaughtered. Everything was done in the justness of preservation of my wealth and the stability of Normandy.
We need to get to the machine.
However, you are right. I suppose, in this case, I can waive it as a sort of gesture of goodwill for the bang-up job you did
We are
dealing with this problem.
ghosts.
Now all we gotta do is just defeat all that green-bladed nonsense coming our way, and we'll be on for a great roll
How
for
will we leave?
generations of gnomes.
Put that away for
That's green and red. It's fine.
I mean, it was just very green, but that's okay. Yes, shall we? I believe I have an idea of where this machine will be. It could only be in one place, The source.
I know where it
the
is.
source of the greed.
the Flayska. Remember the Flayska?
Yes, I do.
That's where we need to go.
Yeah, it was in the center of town, which is where the gallows currently hangs.
Which is where I was saying
We're gonna
I
leave?
think it should be. I think it's at the gallows.
So we'll leave.
Gotcha.
All on a day's work.
Why don't you stay here
Well, of course I would.
and think about that new currency we discussed?
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
we'll go and take care of things.
Cutter, fetch me my coin clippers.
As we're leaving, Ekke will turn back to Nacho and go, Nacho, it has been the greatest displeasure to know you.
As it was to you.
I look forward to the next 60 minutes of your timeline. And I walk away.
And as you begin making your way out, to the center of Normandy, off in the far horizon, you hear the sound of war horns and whinnying horses and the clatter of steel and the shouts of guards. They begin running up and down the walls and loading up firearms and getting
I
prepared.
never wish death upon others. However, one evil defeats another today, only to be defeated in the future.
We are talking to ghosts,
Yeah.
okay? We need to find the machine now.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go.
Come, brood.
When we get to the gallows,
Very good.
we'll go to the gallows.
It is currently abandoned as all the guards are currently mobilizing for assault.
Now what? We need to
You go to the border ethereal.
get to, yes.
Mechanically speaking, this is starting to become a bit of a drain. Does anybody have any cheap ways to get us to the border ethereal?
Not I.
To get all of us, yes, but it would be
I am.
expensive.
Yeah, well, that it is.
At which point, Ekke could just pull out the coin first.
It's true, yes. How much is in that coin first? Let's take a look at.
Approximately 100 pieces of platinum.
That's
It's 1,000 gold.
it's not bad.
How do your charges work? In terms of, if I were to cast a spell on you, or attempt to, you could absorb it.
I could.
And with a couple of charges, you can trade that up for a higher spell.
So it can only be done in the instant of absorbing.
I see.
Because she's breaking down the mana
I
into
see.
its raw form and then distributing it to someone.
So it would be basically even exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could use that
Very
method to
broken.
give someone a spell slot of the
Yeah.
equivalent.
Well, originally I was going to give her a charge to presumably use in combat, which is different.
Yeah, I have plenty saved up that I could give, but that doesn't work that way.
So I used
Right.
plane shift already with my veil step. All I have is teleport now. Teleport doesn't do this.
No.
Well, plane shift will get us there?
The ability.
It will, yes.
Okay, that might be a little cheaper. Sorry, you were saying?
I can also, if you do not wish, but that'll be the rest of my 7th echelon of spells.
What level is plane shift?
I've already shifted Adira.
Same. So, dealer's choice. Who are we burning? I don't care.
You are more inclined to preserve life. I only extend it into death. Save your magic, Master Embeard.
And he will reach a hand into himself. And you can see he hesitates for a moment, and you watch all of the cracks in his face like shift position slightly and begin to glow that amethyst and amber back and forth. And he seems very evidently conflicted and extraordinarily angry, and cracks out from his chest a forked metal rod that is, it looks, it has clouds and like smoky gray mist on the inside. He goes,
Old hands.
While
You as well, zombie.
while he's doing that, do I see any children nearby?
Yes.
I would like to go to the children, or at least at a distance. You see Ekke get like, he's a little somber for a second. He goes, even innocents must die here. However, dying peacefully is the better way to do it. I'm wondering if there is a way I can cast sleep on them, or looking for my spells here, or abilities to put them out so that they die in peace, is what he's trying to do.
I think I'm satisfied to say you can
I'll spend
accomplish that for maybe like just an upcast or something.
so I'll just spend some Margaret points, and I'll be like, and like put the oh, thank you, and put the children to sleep so that they don't suffer in the oncoming onslaught.
For yourself, Master Ekke. As you said, we are out of time.
Inspiration, of course.
I will, when everybody's holding hands including the zombie, I will use the forked rod as the component, and I will cast Plane Shift targeting the gray, the border ethereal.
Bright turquoise flashes before your vision, followed shortly by vicious white before darkness shrouds your vision. And you feel your limbs become sort of seized, as if you are ensconced within some sort of entrapment. You can't really bend your legs or your arms. Breathing starts to become problematic. And you find that webbing is now completely coating your body, sort of as your vision begins to materialize around you. You start to see more and more webs spread out further and further in all directions. And every now and again, you see something enshrined within the webbing in these cocoons. Trinkets, goblets, scrolls, coins, gemstones, swords, just all kinds of things scattering out and out and out. And as the darkness begins to settle and light begins to fill this gloomy, dim light, the entirety of the web, that which reminds you ever so much of the web of time, which has wrapped itself around you and woven completely around your bodies, shimmers with bright, hot pink. As the webs begin to morph and swish and twirl into two sort of furry ears and a large fox-like face that two glaring, baleful eyes going to stare out. I've become time!
I have.
What
He's trying to sleep himself.
is happening, Ekke?
You never had the chance to learn about this when we traveled together, friends, but I, in fact, had a twin sister.
No.
Had.
Well, she was killed in a carnival once, I believe. But she never really goes away now, does she?
She was killed on a ship, sir.
More of you.
Always such a stick in the mud! Whee! And she kind of twirls this clawed hand as you begin to feel something strange go through your body, and you have de-aged by quite a significant amount as you begin to find yourself getting younger and younger, all of you.
Even beyond Sapphire Fang?
Yeah.
I like this fox.
You all have a negative D4 to D20 tests.
I have an edge.
Gross.
I don't care.
It's the dream there. Ekke, what is it you seek?
What do you want? Never has fun.
Why don't we have some fun?
fun. You never want to have fun. You're an old fuddy-duddy.
Well, there's many ways we could do this. Perhaps we could play a little game with the 8-ball.
Okay.
Say something. Ask a question.
Will Ekke look cute when he's reverted to a baby?
Without a doubt.
Ah! And there's another sweep as you all de-age again for a negative d6 to all d20 rolls.
This is your nightmare,
I wish I were here.
apparently.
Yes, of course.
And I want to point out, you're like restrained as you're shaking this thing in the webbing.
Are we like mechanically restrained?
You are restrained.
Can I incite her?
As much as you can inside a giant construct of webbing, yeah.
She's the actual webbing.
The webbing itself is formed into a giant version of this like fox-like countenance.
Okay. I'd like to try as anyway.
Sure. I'm not saying you can't do it.
I just want to see what her goal is right
Mhm.
now.
That wasn't really a game.
Minus a d6.
Oh, mine. D4.
D6 now.
D6 now.
What?
You're getting younger. Your clothes don't fit no more.
Of course, I rolled great on that one. Insight. 28 minus 6 is 22.
Still good.
Okay. She seems annoyed at Ekke playfully. She seems like she's trying to tease him, goad him, sort of like what a sibling would do when they find their older brother to be rather boring.
I think that maybe you should play with her.
I don't want to play with her.
I understand. But do you want this to try and
play. He's always so serious.
So
Like a game.
intelligent.
She's annoying.
What is her favorite game?
Stealing things.
Play it.
Well, I already won that. I'm tired.
Also inaccurate, but that's fine.
The temporal mystics were always in the way, so I... And you just see this hand kind of just rip out a strand of time. Made them go away.
Does this feel to me like the nightmare?
Oh, yeah.
Question. Okay. So this is not this is happening, but not literally
Yes.
happening. Yeah, okay.
With a, hang on, minus a d6, with a 22 insight or perception, whichever you like. Do I see anything metal?
With a
in
negative D6.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Do I see anything metal nearby in the web?
There are hundreds of little trinkets scattered all over the place. Orbs, wands, swords, axes, armors, gemstones, scrolls of every shape and size. A plethora, a museum, if you will, of trinkets.
Am I restrained to the point of not being able to do somatic spells?
No, you should be able to. It'll be a struggle, but you can.
I can go ahead and heat metal on one of them.
Okay.
Can I try to will myself
Nice.
to leave? I'm gonna just look at Ekke and go.
For one so intelligent, you need to have a bit more perspective. This is the nightmare. Of course, you're not going to want to do what must be done. Find the wisdom in yourself to purge yourself of this place, as I will.
Strands of webbing begin to snap as the heat of the sword is burning through them. No! You can go ahead and help yourself to a negative D10 at this point. The rest of you will just get a D.
Baby Foley's. His beard's even bigger for some reason.
So I'm gonna say you probably all reach the relatively to your species adolescence stage.
Fine.
Foley still has a beard.
Play a game.
Let's play a game then.
Woo! Finally!
What
looks like a
game would
tiny
you
ball.
like to play?
Ooh. You've never asked me that before. Any game in the whole wide world.
If I win the game, you'll let us go.
Well, that makes it interesting.
Hmm.
But I am time. I could just rewind it and we can play again for eternity.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay. How about something really simple, but
Sure.
really fun? We'll play tag.
Deal.
Okay. And the webbing begins to unravel itself around you, and you find you're about like you're a juvenile fox with the juvenile fox's reflexes, but the knowledge it's fuzzy, trying to recall all the years of experience that you've pulled. And you see the webbing kind of sink back down into the large tangle, and a little sort of normal size fox reaches out, touches you, and then begins darting and weaving through the webbings.
When she goes to touch me, as soon as she's done touching, I'd like to reach under and touch her back immediately.
Give me a sleight of hand.
I would like, can I sleight of hand or can I make it an attack action?
That's also fine. You will still get a negative D8 on it.
Negative D8, huh? Okay. All right, we will try. Natural 20.
At the end, though, it doesn't matter. Beep, boop.
I'll take her back immediately. Natural 20, good timing. I'll take her back, and then as my dimensional boon goes, I will teleport 30 feet away.
What? You cheater! Oh, that's why it's an attack action.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then I'll teleport 30 feet away, right? And then just like try to dodge her.
Okay. Just give me an acrobatics with a negative D8, and we'll see how well you do.
Okay.
I feel so small, so vulnerable.
I feel great.
I will tap into Ancestral Recall for the 4th time
Okay.
Actually,
to gain myself negative D8.
Yes, that's right.
Negative 1. All right. One.
Okay.
So 6, 7, 8. So it's a 19.
Okay. You continue to keep several paces ahead of her. You always were the faster one, after
Of
all.
course.
And she continually tries to get her way through the webbing. She even you can see her starting to cheat a little bit. She kind of like sinks into the webbing and then like pops up right next to you, but you're already darting off to the other side. And you continue to evade, dip, duck, dodge, and dive your way through the webbing until finally she just kind of stops. I mean, what's the point of being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes?
That's true. Thank you for the game.
And she just kind of fades into black mist as the rest of you drop,
Plunge.
plunge to the ground. Your age is beginning to rapidly return to you.
Damn it.
well, perhaps I could actually appreciate what it's like. Never mind, I hate this.
Yes, of course it is fun. Thank goodness that we are no longer.
We will never speak of this again. Agreed.
By the way, it's strange to me that your appearance did not change.
I just got shorter.
When Foley lands, you hear a horrible grinding crunch as his regrown kneecaps from de-aging are crushed by the bionic. And he just sits down silently and just, I'm going to need a minute.
Fine.
What do we
But
see?
the black mist begins to fade as you once again find yourself in the ethereal gray with a large obelisk of obsidian with red glowing flecks and rivulets running down it, pulsing like a piston.
All right, friends, it's up to you now.
So I did not explicitly mention it previously, but I had intended to reclaim my little adamantium wedge that I had created. I assume that's okay.
It's fine, yeah.
Because rather than make another,
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Same deal.
It doesn't look like the same.
It looks the same, yeah.
Then-
It looks
then
uniform, yeah.
We will attempt the same thing.
I'll keep an eye out you two do the dismantling.
And it works with just shoving it. The whole thing shatters, leaving just the frayed strand of destiny from the web of time. Cool.
Does it look any better than the
It looks
first one?
it looks less deteriorated than the first one did.
Can I try something?
Sure.
The strand, like the strand is just frayed and like hanging there, right?
Yes.
I'd like to
Fine,
reach
friend.
out. I'd like to reach out, thank you, and calling on my affinity to Nimberos, the
Yes.
nightmare itself. I'd just like to touch the strand, being fully a veil shade, and just see what it feels like as I like wrap the end around my finger like just twice, and just see what it
For a
feels like.
split second, you see two burning eyes roaring with fury, brow placed with two jet black horns that roar up, and crimson skin with a goatee of exquisite maintenance, staring at you in a winter hellscape. And then that fades as you feel sort of the dull thrumming vibration of the two other machines further off in time.
Bad luck.
I see. A devil encased in an endless tundra and blizzard.
It is as if all the energy of the veil is being pulled through the strands of destiny and into a goblet, whereupon it is filling to be drunk deep.
In that moment, you see a deep amethyst rent just crack up the front of like not on his armor, but up the side of his neck as he goes and pulls away, and you watch the crack remains, but kind of dulls it. And he goes,
He's drinking it. He's drinking it like one would sup on wine. This Mephistopheles in his frozen chair, drinking the veil away.
he kind of adjusts his armor and hides his neck with a hand and goes,
We're wasting time. There are two more.
and just turns away from everyone.
The Fen of the Fallen is one, but Hivearch, you have a friend in me. You have a friend in me.
It's not the time for comedy, Master Fox.
Apologies.
As he drinks from this barrier that keeps our world safe, so too does he drink from me. I am tied to Nimboros as one would be tied to their own life. If he succeeds in drinking the veil, I will cease to exist. I will not let this happen.
We must shift our planes again. This time we could go to the Fen of the Fallen. It is a place familiar to us.
We must take the web. Every time we shift without the aid of its arachnid denizens, we risk destroying ourselves in the nightmare. This time.
And he grabs the strand and pulls it towards him. And I'm going to, through the strand, just ricochet my will through it and try to call out to the broodmothers in the web of time.
There is a moment before you begin to feel the strand vibrating with the chittering of spiders, and they just sort of begin to materialize out of the air, pulling, kind of lowering themselves down on generated strands, kind of slowly and artfully. These arachnids of pristine silver with sapphire-tipped legs and eyes and fangs as they sort of just gleam out, all the eyes staring ceaselessly.
You hear, I would say Ekke is probably the only one that would understand. It's not so much a language as he is speaking like an ancient tone spoken by veil shades in the dream realms. That I would say to anyone that isn't an Aeon sage, kind of it kind of feels like a keening whine in your brain. But Ekke, you kind of understand that he's basically using druidic to speak to these monstrosities of the veil. And I basically say,
We are in need of your guidance to filter out the machines that destroy your charge. Show us the way, and we will remove them.
The spiders gesture with their limbs to kind of either to mount or follow, depending on your own preference.
Let's ride some spider.
I will do full spider riders. Let's go.
I will also...
Calling all spider riders. Let's see. This is me and the zombie. Get up one of them, back to one of them.
Tally-ho.
And I can sit on one with no problem.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
fine. It's veil magic.
I figured, I just want to make sure and safe.
You have a quick journey along the web of time as they skitter from web to web, strand to strand, up and down, side to side. The entire time, you are treated to the vista of the dream realms below, the woolen plains with the cotton balls in the sky, lightning arcing between them, little rams kind of bouncing off the distance.
My cloak flutters a little as we go by.
And as you see that, the time stream wends and winds below you, the wandering waters of time itself propelling forward. And you see a little town that is bouncing up and down with music notes wafting up and out. All of it, though, is but a fleeting moment of nostalgia as you begin to see legions of fiends roaring across, burning everything in sight, cleaving their way through the denizens as you watch devils of tentacled beards, bone-like creatures on moth-like wings buzz about and stabbing, and you see spines being thrown by little flying creatures and forking their tridents into things as flames and an icy, terrible wind of chill follows behind, slowly encompassing the entirety of the dream realms below you.
This is terrible.
You can say anyone with even a basic passive insight can see that every time like a veil spider below is like rent in two or pulled apart or stabbed by like a devilish glaive, you see parts of the Hivearch's chitin are like and they're starting to crack, and he's like
But it doesn't take very long to traverse the web before you know, Hivearch, that they've latched onto the Strand of Destiny linked to the Nexus Epoch point of the Amaranthine stronghold deep in the Fen of the Fallen, and they are sort of sliding their way down, taking you in through the border ethereal. And you do feel like they are going to pull you straight into the whirling tempestual storm, the temporal tempest that wraps this way around, but it does not cost you as you do this. Instead, it sort of parts to allow them passage as you are swallowed by time itself deep
Prepare yourselves.
into the Fen. Ruins surround you, ancient ruins, at least 900 or more years old. Foley recognizes that immediately. The stonework is unmistakable. Dwarven craftsmanship from before the veil was risen, from the age of Aelbon, destroyed by a combination of demonic influence and also several large claw-like gouges and acidic melting of stone. You are currently in a hallway of what appears to be a stronghold laced with purple velvet carpet and banners up and down, which would make sense. You knew this to be the stronghold, one of the strongholds of the Amaranthine Legion in your time, who were a contingent of Lunalia, kind of set to survey the surface world away from the skies, and they were using the Fen of the Fallen as a base because it is called the Fen of the Fallen for the fact that there are hundreds of corpses remaining from the 100-year eclipse, the war almost 1,000 years ago, that lay preserved in the swamp, and they have been slowly raising them one by one to serve as an undead army, an Amaranthine Legion, if you will, against any threats that would come their way. Their leader at the time, an elf by the name of Daedaloth, was wielding Amethyst Fang, which was how Hivearch got his markings.
I Thorn looked up.
That's right. He is no longer in charge of the Amaranthine Legion, nor is that faction even around anymore. It has been redubbed the Violet Wraiths, and a new man known as Tyrion Drake leads them. They have become a lot more violent, and they're less a faction of the government and more of political idealists with weapons.
Fantastic.
At least in recent times.
And we are in the hallway. Are they milling about? Or
So there appears to be an individual in amethyst and black robes with a huge stack of books running about, and right as you appear in the center of the hallway, they slam into you, books going flying as they fall back. What? You see this halfling with braided hair pulled back, just kind of look around and say, "You did that on purpose. You're going to steal my research." And they begin grabbing all of the books. "Well, you're not going to get me. I am far smarter than that. Oh, yes."
No
And they
one
start
is here
gathering
to
up
steal
their
anything
books.
of yours. Calm
"Ha
down.
ha! A likely lie. You want it all to yourself, just like the rest. I'm going to get it. I'll be worthy. You'll see. I have nearly cracked it."
A moment of reprieve to speak.
Well done.
I will say, I think that is quite the abuse of power, but right now, I welcome it.
To seek silence is never an abuse of power.
I like this place. It reminds me of home.
What is this person's deal? What should we do with them?
This is either gluttony or lust, pride, perhaps.
All of the three. Looking at the research, is there anything particular?
It's all necromancy.
Oh,
Your domain, Hivearch.
To a degree.
If you want to give me a quick study action, you could see if you could determine what sort of specialities or specifics there might be here.
Adira, would you be able to assist me in
I
through these notes?
absolutely can assist you.
I'm not the reader I once was.
Today and I just...
Like, point out certain symbols and be like,
22
"This means this."
with an Arcana check.
So there's a lot of textbooks here on standard necromancy. Necromancy 101, 102, various other things. But the research notes, as you kind of grab them, they appear to be trying to crack the code of raising dragons.
This is problematic.
Amateurs. I could have told them myself.
And yeah, you can see that they're nowhere near unlocking it. They've gone in completely the wrong directions multiple times.
So we don't have to destroy these notes if they're in the wrong path.
I suppose. However, this will be good for a laugh for you, the Locobos, when I come home.
So we must identify the culprit of this one. We don't find anything weird about this particular individual, do we?
They seem to be a mage of some sort.
Real quick insight, 23.
Yep.
I know we came in just as he was running into us. Can I figure out sort of where he came from, where he's going to?
Yeah, it came from down the hall that way.
Fairly confident which direction?
Yeah.
I believe he was researching in that area.
Then let us search for the machine.
Now we,
After you, Master Foley.
now we know we are in the heart of the Fang, of the Fen, right?
Yes.
We've been here before.
Yes, you have.
We had the big fight here,
Yes, you did.
so we are in a considerable enemy territory. This wizard is all purple.
Yes.
So he's a violet wraith.
You could probably assume that.
Okay.
Want to fill me in on what happened here briefly so I don't kill the wrong person?
I don't believe anyone who we fought is currently here except the dragon corpse.
Okay.
Well, that was reanimated.
You, the Locobos, is with me.
Well, I assume they're raising another one?
Well, one could assume.
So, but you are still considered enemies here, even though nobody else is here that knows you?
Perhaps not.
Might I suggest this might not be the time you think it is?
Oh yes, we could be in a different era.
This could be when Daedalus was still in charge.
Let's...
Foley's reasoning is very simple. He knows there was a dragon corpse here. He presumes there is a dragon corpse here.
I bear the scars on Mephistopheles. If they are to parley with anyone, should that be our wish, it would be us. Use us as you see fit in that regard.
Well, I think we should leave then.
Be mine.
Right. So we're running out of time.
I'm gonna
Find the source of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my masterful stealth check. Actually, it's not that bad. It's a 12 for what I'm doing. I think that's probably good. I'm just gonna peek around the door into the area that he's coming from and just see if it's full of, for instance, people heads down researching.
You do see something similar to that site. You see what appears to be a library filled with texts that are they don't look very holy. And there are several, and what you're looking at is like a desk with books stacked and arcane words on all sides and all around, and you see kind of an individual who looks down and they kind of like look over, and then they turn the page and they look over their shoulders, and you see just rows of these mages studiously doing such.
Ekke, It's
jealousy.
envy.
Yeah.
It's envy.
Or pride.
It could be both.
The last one was greed and wrath.
This could be envy
Right.
and pride.
They want to be the
Perhaps
best. They
lust
want to
is-
be the smartest. They
Yes,
want
lust
to
is
do everything.
incorrect.
Just gonna kind of motion to take a couple steps back from the doorway. In the past, the congregation point has been the machine. Do we think that's it?
You would know that, at least from the Normandy side, and from the Coral Castle, both machines were right where the Flay Scar had been made. In terms of the Amarethite stronghold, you recall it being in the inner courtyard.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I'm. Foley doesn't.
Let me do another reconnaissance, shall we?
Yeah.
And I will kick on magic sense in here anyway. 'Cause
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
So, cog of time will come up. Another cog of time will come up. I'll use my feature just in time, my 14th level feature. I'm going to swap out invert the flow manipulation for deja vu
Okay.
manipulation. So I feel like that's going to be useful for now. And then after I'm done doing that, I will then spend augury points to cast clairvoyance again. And then send the orb around to the area that I know.
Okay. What you see is very similar to what Foley saw in the library, but more scattered around. Kind of, you see some people who've like cloistered behind a tree and they're looking at scribbling things and looking in books. And you can see, like, for a moment, they kind of look over. They kind of look back, and just a lot of that going around. But when your clairvoyance hits the inner courtyard, you are presented with quite the sight. In the center of the courtyard is the corpse of a black dragon wormling. On the dais, not too far away, where at one point an audience throne might have been seated but has long since been removed, you see a blade of amethyst crystal locked in a temporal stasis with a dragonborn of sapphire hue just sort of sitting in front of it, gazing calmly.
I know Dragonborn.
Well, it doesn't look like Thalagrantis. It just looks like a dragon.
I will blink in and out for sight, sound. Do I hear anything interesting?
You would hear a lot of scrabbling and scribbling in many of the other rooms.
Dragon corpse.
It is
breathing or
completely
moving at all?
dead.
And it's a wormling, like a little small.
Yes.
Fellows, what I see through my mind's eye, the corpse of a wormling dragon, similar, perhaps the one that was raised in the past.
You do remember Uvalocopus did have some spawn.
He did have kids.
I also see the legendary amethyst fag.
He rises 2 whole feet taller.
Stuck in time. And do I recognize the Dragonborn at all? History?
Yeah, give me a history check.
24.
Yeah,
Who
I
is
think
this?
you would. He was he's from you remember he used to attend your lectures at Kronos. Constant D- student. Ended up getting kind of just leaving temporal mystics and no one really knows what happened to him.
Do we have a name for this one?
He referred to himself as Kandara. Whether that is his name or not, you're not sure.
A derelict student is the one controlling the blade. Why they are in a temporal stasis, I do not know. Any other information in the room from the orb?
Give me perception.
Perception. As I go for perception, I will invoke 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th of my 6th ancestral recalls. Ooh, was a 20. 6, 10. That would be a 13. I will use my 13.
Nothing of interest.
In the room, my magic sense, are there magical items? And
Are you entering in? You're just kind of in the hallway, right? Because he's doing
Yeah.
clairvoyance, so he's sending a magical
Don't
sense.
forget, it's true sight.
But my magic
Yep.
sense does go, I believe, at this point,
30 feet in all
We give you
directions.
the information you
that
received
doesn't
is
expand
based on
by
that.
level.
No,
It might
that's
need
not-
30 feet
Yeah.
into the room.
You're just kind of sit at the edge. Oh, is this the library or the courtyard?
The library. That's where we are. We're not at the courtyard, right? He went.
He's outside the library. The courtyard would be like the other, like
Yeah,
way.
you're outside the library.
Yeah, so you could just go to the outside, the entrance of the courtyard.
No, I want to be in the library right now.
There's a ton of magical stuff.
We're all together. It's just the clairvoyance is going.
Yeah, there's a ton. There's magical
people that
books.
are in here. Do they? How are they dressed?
They are all dressed in some form of violet or purple, and they all appear to be of Lunalian species. Dragonborn, halflings, winged elves, a couple of dwarves that look very similar to Foley.
Fit in at all.
Some Naranians. Yeah, like not a human in sight.
So, to all of you, you explain what you see, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to rid them of their magic.
Potentially, yes. They are wizards.
Yes, so I think I need to maybe disable all of the magical items in the brew.
The continent of Elysia, the plane of Elysia above us, it is wrought with mana, as they've never received any connection to the Eltherians or the Weedbreakers.
You've been here before. If I was to enter this room, what would happen? Could I be here to borrow a book?
That is going to depend entirely on when you are.
Unfortunately, we do not know.
I think if any of us are going into that room under cover, it should be under the cover of purple.
Is that purple?
No.
We need to find out when we are.
Yes.
Does anybody have the ability to make my cloak purple?
That's a prestigious effect.
I would have to, I could creation, but that's
Wow.
wasted.
that's a little much.
Can't
on,
prestidigitate.
Hold on. Cog of time will appear. I'll reach through, and I'll just pull from tomorrow a purple cloak.
There you go.
That'll work.
You've always had this.
I have always had this.
Man, what a cool character.
If I may, you see Ekke reach into nothingness and begin to pull out a purple cloak. And Hivearch, you look over to the side and you see Ekke's hand reach out and grab the purple cloak on the unconscious man in front of you and pull it off as he moves back through time.
Good.
And hand it to you.
I didn't even think about that. He's just wearing one right there.
Double 20, right?
Good point.
Ekke goes, sometimes we look
It's early.
sometimes we look long and far for things that are quite literally under our noses. That being said, with the clip,
I will.
I mean, I'll give you 2 if you want to. You can take that one and also.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a head start to the courtyard.
before we do this, I might have a way to figure out when in time we are. Could I cast Legend Lore on an object here, one of the books, and it will give me the legend of that book's origin up to the point in history that it is current? Can I use that ability through the casting of Legend Lore to try and decipher?
I mean, you're effectively carbon dating something?
Yes.
I think that's fine. Given Chronomancer and all that.
Big 7-point cast, augury, son of a... Is Legend Lore a ritual cast?
I mean, that's a way to.
It costs stuff, which you'd have.
Yeah.
If you just ask someone.
So you see him reach in, little Dandy pops up the flower, and I'm like, I need you to read this for me. And Dandy the flower will just like start reading the book, and then I'll get Dandy to carbon date it, casting Legend Lore.
Just check that guy's ID.
Can I just check one of the books he was holding?
Yeah.
Like when it was written?
Oh, the books were written ages ago.
And I will carbon date and try and find the time frame.
You believe that you are somewhere around the... Not too far off from when Normandy is going, where Normandy was. This is the Eltharian Empire is currently in its rise.
We are pre our current time frame.
Pre-Violet Wraiths.
Pre-Violet. These
By approximately 24 hours.
These,
It was the last of the Amaranthine Legion.
they're not to know. The people here are Violet Wraiths. They're not supposed to be here. They're here early. This is another time flux. Dangerous.
You do know that the Violet Race were born from the ashes of the Amaranthine Legion.
I think this is the Amaranthine Legion right before it fell and became something else, which means Amethyst Fang is right here. Right here.
We do not want to disturb it.
Then what would happen to the Wraiths? Tyrion Drake would never start his campaign of destruction.
Hivearch.
Lunalia would never be beset by them.
Hivearch.
We just let an entire town of children die.
We cannot disturb the timeline again. How do you keep falling into this? Again,
Because
using your own words against you, we are standing amongst ghosts.
we are, but in this one we actually have a chance to change something. In Normandy, 4 could not fight an army, but 4 could prevent a future war from ever happening. I'm just saying it's possible. Evidently, we will need to speak with your stray student anyway. There's no harm in at least understanding why the blade is trapped.
Whilst they are talking about things that Foley does not understand, he's been looking at the stonework, and I rolled a natural 20 with my stone cutting ability as well. Knowing a fair bit about this construction, any likely alternative pathways that we could use? Anything of interest that we might be able to garner about the actual courtyard?
So, like, you want to find like a different way to access the courtyard?
Potentially, or if there's anywhere that people are likely hiding, or based on the description so far,
I
it
think,
sounds like one person is controlling everything.
I think you have like this whole, basically, like, you saw, it was like 40 years ago, but you did see this place from the air of an airship, in an airship. From up high, you saw the whole complex layout. So you just got to take a moment and you look around and you mentally build the blueprint in your head.
Yeah.
So you now effectively have a map.
Sure.
You know where everything
pretty
connects.
Confident what we're seeing, what you've described is like there's no hidden auditoriums or anything.
Not that you're aware of.
Packed with baddies. Okay.
No.
Just packed.
Just checking.
You are all telling me over and over again, we have no time, we have no time, we have no time. We need to get to the machine, put away your agendas, and we need to stop it, like we've stopped the last two. I can stop them from being able to do anything by just running through this room and keeping them busy. I will give you a head start. Get to the machine. I will meet you there. We need to make sure that they do not wake this wormling. We need to make sure that nothing happens that isn't supposed to happen.
Do we have the ability to get into the ethereal when necessary?
I can call out to the vague spiders, but there is no guarantee they will answer without me touching a strand, which means we need to find another way.
We could.
If there's...
All right.
How about this thing?
I am going to do something to get us...
There is a way, but you are not going to like it. You can rob them of their magic for a time, but it will not delete the knowledge in this room, only suppress it.
I only need to suppress it.
Could open a path to the ethereal with the fang.
When the time is right, we will need to open the path. But for now, we must find out the cause of this envy.
The other places that we've been have been nigh impossible tasks to corrupt the souls. Is it not likely that this is the same?
Yes.
I'm sure it's the same. The question that I have for you, because I've not been here. These students that are studying in here, are they bound for death already?
It's hard to say.
We don't know that.
Are they evil?
They are
Matter of
activists.
perspective.
They are radicals from Elysia. I knew not much of them.
At best, they're anarchist political people. At worst, at best, they're idealists.
Can I insight myself as Adira for what you know that I do not know about this area? Like, would Adira have remorse killing them? Because they are necromantic magic users,
So,
which she is very, very much against.
the Amaranthine Legion was always about necromancy. They were like, they basically were very similar to Hivearch, and they're like, waste not, want not. Like, we are fighting a war of cosmic proportions. If our soldiers die, let's bring them back and have them fight again. Like, why wouldn't we do that? It makes the most tactical sense.
It is a huge abuse of magical power in
That would be Lunalia, yeah.
Yeah.
They made
I'm
magic guns.
just not going to care here because we have a mission to save the whole, world.
So,
So-
Foley,
Yes?
we'll need to get in, get to the contraption after we're done taking care of this student. Any attacks that come from them, we'll have to hold them back.
Are you going to question him before I go in? Because I'm going to start with an attack.
To clarify, the student is in the courtyard, not the library.
Yes.
Right, we're going to go into the courtyard.
And to be very clear,
Oh, your old student. Okay.
Yes.
why are you attacking the ones in the library? Just to be
I
very
mean, we're speaking quietly in the hallway
Yes,
here,
you
but
are. Yeah.
here's my plan. I want to distract them so that they can't all come out in force as a little mini army and attack while you dismantle the machine. If I line myself up correctly, I can possibly get a bunch of them in one go and redirect that energy in order to allow us to plane shift again. Easily.
Gonna take my staff nonchalantly as we're talking and just the forehead or the temple of the guy who's sleeping to make sure he sleeps a little longer. Continue.
If I am able to do this, which if there are many, how many students are in there? How many?
We'll say like a little over a dozen.
Right. If I am able to line this up correctly, which I believe I can, I will be able to absorb enough charges to redirect that energy to one of you and allow us to use that plane shift again.
So to be clear,
And then I will go through and disable all of their magical ability.
to be very clear, it's fine when you interrupt the timeline, but not when I do it then.
Am I interrupting the timeline?
If you kill any of them, you are.
We should
If I
not-
take Amethyst Fang, it is the exact same, and I can carve open a portal to the ethereal. I'm not saying don't do what you wish to do. I'm merely saying if you are doing that, then I will take the blade and carve open a path. Do not think 2 elder fangs against Mephistopheles is better than 1.
It's not the point.
Here's the thing, I may not kill them.
Do not kill them, Adira. It's not our time to kill them. They have their own fates, and if you snuff them out now, you change the timeline. The only one who needs to perish is the one that is here against their will. I am willing to bet that that is my student.
Then let us speak to your student, and you do as you so see fit.
I would like to make one more check. I'd like to make, I don't know what you would call for this, but either Arcana or Insight or something. I want to see if I believe that they are all spellcasters, and if I think they could withstand my Withering Beam. And just be withered. And just be withered.
I think that's insight.
But not killed.
That's a 31. It's a 20.
They seem pretty strong in their magical capabilities. They could probably survive. They are also not too powerful. It would be very variable depending on how much damage would be outed. They could survive it, but if you roll too well, 1 or 2 might perish.
None are to die.
I say do it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's worth the risk. I think that I'm a risk it.
It's necrotic damage.
It's necrotic
the
damage. The
necromancers,
necromancers. I am very good at being able to tell. They are necromancers. It's necrotic damage. I think they're going to be able to withstand it, and it's going to give us the ability to save the world. Greater good.
How far is the courtyard from
I don't
the
know.
entrance to the library? Like how many feet is it away?
Crevaris is rubbing off
60?
Buffy.
And your range of giving back stuff is 60. So if we stand right at the edge, okay.
I'm going to do
I
it.
would say wait till we're at the edge of the courtyard and then
We're going to time this right. I will be careful. I will be careful.
You're all fools. Put it from me first.
Don't touch the sword, though.
Distort the timeline. Pay the consequences.
I need to get out
They are distorting the timeline right now. What they're doing is distorting the timeline.
Number 8. Your greed.
Do not call me that.
Your greed is worthy of that number. You are willing to kill innocent life in a timeline that is not yours for your own relic usage. You are no different than the ancestors they call Ethereans.
To give us back magic to do what we need to do.
Hivearch, your greed in the timeline wishes to seek something that does not belong to you.
You do not command me.
That I agree with.
The fissures in your carapace are your own to bear. Again, I speak only as a keeper of chronomancy.
You did not hear what Amethyst Fang said to me when I touched it that day. I never told you, and I never told Foley.
It does not belong to you in this timeline, Hivearch.
It did not belong to me in ours either. And yet it said, not now. But there will be another time. How do you not know, as you are very aware that time is not linear, that it is not now? But we need to stop this archdevil from slurping our very barrier away from our world, Ekke.
Again, you see the fox turn. He looks back and he says, again, I am only giving you warning. You play with forces you cannot control, then you must face the consequences.
Then face the consequences I shall. Come, let us speak to your student.
So Ekke is like totally neutral. So at this point, he's going to just sit down
Okay.
and do nothing.
Have you entered? Is that what's going on?
No, that's what I'm doing while they're arguing. I don't like the mom and dad are arguing, so I'm
Right.
doing that.
A loud boom echoes out from the courtyard, and you hear a raspy voice. And prove yourself in Amethyst's shine.
Oh,
And that will be the next session.
You cast!
What did you do? Just
Just amateur.
Oh,